Welcome back to a special edition of The Sauce. Doesn't get much bigger than this. Fall Out Boy is here for the entire hour. In just a second, we're going to show you Fall Out Boy's latest video off Infinity on High. Well, first, let's talk about the video. You actually shot it in Uganda, right?
Yeah, we went to Uganda to shoot it, northern Uganda, and Gulu, and the surrounding areas around Gulu.
Was it your first time in Africa?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was that experience like?
Definitely nothing like any of us ever experienced before. We actually stayed for in this small village called Gulu for like a week. I think Peter said Gulu perhaps, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's third world. It's nothing like any of us.
The thing that's really strange to see too is that Gulu for Uganda is not a small town. It's the second biggest city in Uganda, but it's like, but compared to like what we have, like it's just so, you know, I mean, you wouldn't know the difference between, like, it's weird. It's a completely different experience being in a place like that.
Was it pretty humbling?
No,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
So this video, your budget was a lot lower than on most of your videos, correct?
Well, they're always pretty low, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, people are always asking us about why there's these cars in these videos or cell phones, and it's because we can't afford to pay for the videos. Everybody thinks we make millions of dollars, but we actually lose money.
Yeah, we lose money on all of them.
Oh, I feel bad for the
No money for the guys that
feel bad for the dudes in the rock
on
band.
TV.
No, but it was a smaller budget than even usual. So when we went there, we brought a very small crew, and then we hired locally for both the actors and then for the lighting and all that.
You were saying like a local acting troupe.
Yeah, we went and we looked. The director Alan Ferguson and us looked at and met with a bunch of kids. And I don't know. You have to see the video to really get it. We went there with the plan of making a video like Fall Out Boy goes to Africa, and it ended up seeming like a really bad, dumb idea, you know, whatever kind of. And so
it's a sensitive subject for
yeah.
the people that live there, so it's hard to like. We have to make sure it's okay with them, and I know like, you know, they were like extra abiding, but like you would never really know what really offended them, so it took a lot of like almost detective work to make sure that they were like being treated with respect.
And I think it's like real easy to be like blah 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 rock or, you know, whatever George W. Bush, but I think at the end of the day that this is a lot more dangerous of a subject because people don't like to talk about it and people don't care about it because there's no resources that anybody wants to deal with over there, and that we could end the war, the civil war in Uganda by just sending one senior policy advisor from the United States, and we just don't do it, which is pretty sad. So you should bug your congressman, and everybody can have a voice and be heard, and if we could go do that and help this like situation, I think that everybody should do what we can to do that.
Definitely get involved. Good stuff. And Pete, you're the only one that's seen the video in its entirety, right?
Yeah, because I lost the DVD, of course, like, along with everything else or whatever. But yeah, I lost the DVD, so I think you'll get a real reaction.
I mean, there were so many hurdles in making this thing. I mean, we almost couldn't get the master reels through security. They're like, oh, it's got to go through the conveyor belt. And like, no, that will demagnetize it. That will erase it.
Yeah.
So it's like there's so many things trying to get this thing done.
I mean, even just filming it, we dealt with like bad weather where we just
so I gotta,
like, you know,
gotta give credit to everybody that worked on it. You know.
Shout out to the TSA. Thanks.
Very cool stuff. Well, let's get into it now.
Yeah.
It's finally time to check it out. Here's the premiere of I'm Like a Lawyer with the way I'm always trying to get you off.